Okay, now after taking the navigate, please provide feedback and share some class discussions about what you have discovered or things that pose challenge to this topic. Now, for now, I will proceed to the 3.0 Programming Basics 7.3. Okay, let's proceed to target. Now, by the end of this learning module, the students should be able to 1. Identify the types of logical operators and differentiate between them. 2. Understand the use of logical operators and their precedence. 3. Evaluate expressions with logical operators. Okay, let's go to hook. Okay, this is another meme. Now, how I answer every true or false quiz. Now, I am not guilty of this because it's either true or false, but the computer would not understand this. Okay. Proceed to ignite. Okay. Now, logical operators are used to evaluate expressions or conditions. Sometimes logical operators are referred to as Boolean operators since they help decide which Boolean value to assign to the expression. Same thing, true or false again. Now, there are 3 logical operators: the AND, represented by the symbol of double ampersand, and OR, double vertical line, and NOT, which is an exclamation mark. Okay, let's talk about the logical operator AND. Again, the AND operator is represented by 2 ampersands, and it is used to compare 2 conditions as shown below. Okay, this is just a code snippet. Now, it compares the Boolean value on the left, this is the left side of the operator, and the Boolean value on the right. Now, if both are true, then it returns true. Otherwise, it will return false. Now, it is similar to the English language. If A is true and B is true, then the expression AB will be true. Now, both conditions must be true for the expression to be true. Now, we have an example here. It is code below. The variable X was declared as a Boolean type, and age as an integer type, an initial value of 15. Now, say this is the code, is age, which is 15, greater than equal to 13. Well, 15 is greater than 13, so that is true. And age is less than equal to 18, which is also true. 15 is less than or equal to 18, that is true. Now, since we are using AND statement, it requires both operands should be true. Now, since they are true, our value for X is true. Okay, let's put that into our dev C++. Okay, now all of the codes there in the K-Hub is written here in dev C++, except for the cout. Now, let's try to compile and then run that program. As you can see, the program yields a Boolean value of 1, which represents true. So, since 15 is greater than or equal to 13, this is true. And at the same time, 15 is less than equal to 18. So both position in the left side and the right side are true. So therefore, the output is true. Now, say for example, let's change your age into 22. Let's compile that and then run. As you can see, the output is 0, which represents false. Now, 22, though it is greater or equal to 13, that is true, but on the other hand, 22 is not less than to 18. So this part here, age 22 is less than or equal to 18. This yields a false value. So true and false, the output here is now false. Okay, we have here the truth table for the AND operator. I will open my Paint. Alright. Okay, now going back, say for example you have A and B. So A and B, say the A value is true and B value is false. So when you use AND, the result will be false. Okay. Now on the other hand, let's switch the value. Say A is false and B is true. Still the result is false. Okay. And then you have false and false. This is still false. Okay. And then say A is true and B is true, the result is true. So you need to remember that when using the AND operator, make sure that all of the variables are true. If there is a single false, automatically outright it is false. Okay. So for your reference, I have attached here a truth table. You can see in the truth table that when you use the AND operator, it will yield the results here in the right side. Okay, let's talk about the OR operator. The OR operator is represented by two pipe symbols or bar or horizontal line, and like the AND operator, it is used to compare two conditions as shown below. So same thing, there is a two conditions from this is the left and the right condition. Okay, let's put that into Dev C++. Okay, I just have to type all the codes. Say 120 and age is less than equal to 0 using the two vertical bars rather, and then we have age greater than 100. Okay, let's compile and then let's see what is the output. Now since the output is 1 represents true, so let's try to test if it is true. Now since this the value of age is 120, is 120 less than 0? Well, that is false. Is age 120 greater than 100? Now that is true. Now since we are using OR statement, it means that either of the two condition is true, it will yield a true value. Here age is less than equal to 0, this is false. On the other hand, this is true, so therefore the output is 1, which is true. Okay, how about the value 15? I'll close this first. Let's compile and run. Okay, now the value is false, okay, 0. Let's try to evaluate. Now say 15 is 15 less than 0. Now this is false. Is 15 greater than 100? Now this is also false. Now since both statements, the conditions are false, so therefore the output is false. It will yield a 0 value. Okay, we have here the truth table for OR operator. I will open Paint. Okay. Okay, now basing on the truth table, say A. A or B. If A is true or B is false, the result will be true. If A is false and B is true, still the result is true. If A is true and B is true, using the OR statement, that is still true. The only time that using the OR operator, the only time it will yield false is when both A and B are false. Okay, A or B, false or false, it will yield a false statement. Okay, I have attached the truth table that is for your reference whenever you encounter the OR operator. Okay, the last logical operator under C++ is the NOT. The NOT operator is represented by an exclamation point. It is placed before an expression and it reverses or inverts the value of the expression following it. Now, if the expression after the NOT is true, then it will reverse to false. If the expression after the NOT is false, then it will invert to true. In example code below, the variable x was declared as Boolean type and the age as an integer type with a value of 13. So since you are adding a NOT, whatever the value that will yield in the condition will be reverses. Okay? Now 13 is less than 18, so that the expression is true. However, there is a NOT operator before it. Okay? So the value is inverted or flipped and it becomes false. So the final value of x is 0, which represents false. Okay, that's it for our topic this week. I hope that you really have understood our topic. Feel free to comment down below or send me a private message in Facebook or send it to my email. Like and subscribe.